Hello, I'm Ellen08 and I'm going to do a review of Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 8, Episode 2. Now we begin with Ashley and her mother Sheila at the garden nursery. They're picking up flowers for the housewarming party that Ashley is planning. And it's there that she and her mother talk about, what's been going on with her. First, what she address? Let's see. Oh yeah, her mothers cannot attend the housewarming party, and Sheila seems pretty bummed about that because she has to work. And when she asks Ashley who she's inviting, these are the following women that she's inviting: Mia, Giselle, Karen, Charisse, Wendy, and get this, Deborah. Yep, Deborah. As in Deborah from last season, who accused Chris of flirting with her or smiling at her. And I believe it's the same Deborah that got her panties in a twist over Eddie just smiling at her, which she thought was supposed to mean something. That Deborah. Oh, and the new friend that we're going to see later on this episode, Aneka. Now let's just say, at first I thought it was just Neka because I knew of somebody that had that name. And I didn't know until Wendy, at the housewarming party, that Wendy told everyone, this is the Nigerian way of saying her name, and it's Neka. It's I did not know. The important thing is, now I know, and I'm going to do my best to remember that and to pronounce it the way Wendy says the correct way to pronounce it. Okay, moving on. Ashley tells us a little bit about Aneka, that she wants to surround herself around positive and intelligent women. So I guess Wendy doesn't qualify, because is she not positive and intelligent? I mean, positive depending on somebody's perspective, but I see her as positive and intelligent. So anyway, Aneka is Igbo like Wendy is. They're both Nigerian, and you would think that they would have a lot in common with each other and would get along well. Keep watching. So Ashley says that she knows Aneka. Aneka tells Ashley later that she knows Wendy because Wendy is good friends with her cousin-in-law. And there was the one time that she met Wendy at a concert. They had a nice conversation and thought she was nice. Now this is in contrast to Wendy's perspective or story of how she knows Aneka. I'll get into that later. Let's see. Sheila also asked if Michael will be attending the housewarming party. And she says, well, of course he would be invited. I mean, she went to Bahamas with them after all. And honestly, I'm wondering, is that really a good idea for him to be there? I mean, I don't know how some of the ladies feel about Michael now, but given what happened with the producers in previous seasons, I don't think that's a good idea. That's just me. Let's see. Oh yeah, she went to the Bahamas with him as friends, so she says, and they're navigating the co-parenting together. And neither wants to rock the boat as far as where things are with them right now. So I'm not sure if that means that they're not going through with the divorce. I don't know what's going on with that. And even Sheila, when she saw Michael in the FaceTime when they were in the Bahamas, Ashley and Michael, and then she saw that Michael joined in and said hi, Sheila was shocked because it's oh right, they're divorcing. They're not supposed to be talking to each other or seeing each other, but there they are. And that segues into Sheila asking about the lawsuit that Michael filed against Candace. And this very lawsuit was about her claims that he pays to have sex with men, or gay prostitution. Michael obviously did not appreciate that. He felt that would put a damper on his business and his business associates. Let's see. And Ashley says that she knows nothing of said lawsuits because she and Michael never discussed it. Again, I don't know what's going on with that. If she says she didn't, and she doesn't know, then she doesn't know. If she says they never discussed it, then they didn't. And from that, Ashley definitely has no relationship or any connection at all with Candace. And of course, she's obviously not invited to the housewarming party. When Sheila suggests that Ashley just go ahead and send her an invitation, like sending an olive branch, Ashley just said no, not happening. And that there's not enough sage in the world. Next scene, Mia meets with Karen outside, and when Mia reaches in to give her a hug, Karen was like, handshake. This is where I'm going to meet you after what you've done to me last season. And I think that's very fair, because when you come across, when someone that you thought was a friend, like talks about you like that or brings your negative stuff up, why would you want to lean into that person for a hug? It's like, hey, things are not cool between us. Don't try that fake crap with me. Like, we're not that cool. We're not friends. Yeah, man, you're lucky if I consider you an acquaintance. And before the meeting, per the flashback, Mia and Karen FaceTime each other, and Mia tells Karen that Gordon suggested that she talks to Karen about what their issues were from last year. Or, translation, Mia's lies about Karen. And again, Karen was hurt because she considered Mia a friend, and then Mia turns around and does this to her. And Mia denies lying about her being on a date with a friend because of what she was told. That, he said, she said stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. And Karen says that the only way she will move forward with Mia was to set up boundaries. And one of the boundaries was never bring up rumors or lies. Just don't do it. So she's going to be keeping her good eye on Mia. And honestly, I don't blame her. Like, I don't know if I would want to move forward with somebody who did that to me. Just why? Like, I don't consider you a friend after that. So there is no going forward. But anyway, Candace meeting up with her manager to discuss the contract. Not really much to talk about, at least for me. So after that, the next scene with Robin is going to also, talking about this scene is going to be cut short because, Robin brings up the meeting she had with Charisse, Giselle, and Ashley concerning Juan being at the nail salon and laundromat with two different women. And let's see. She explains why Giselle's point of view of why Juan would want to be seen with those very women when it was already out about him being seen with a woman in Canada. And to make this short, Juan doesn't care. Robin still doesn't care. Neither do I. Next scene. And they introduce Aneka finally. She's newly married, owns multiple homes in different states, and her husband is a doctor. Very nice to meet you, Aneka. Next scene, Wendy is meeting with her producer because she's planning her own talk show. Yay! Now, while they were discussing different networks to house her talk show, like Netflix, and one of them being Bravo, you see what you're trying to do there. From what I've heard recently, I don't know if it was through her page or through the Queens of Bravo Instagram page, that Wendy did find a venue for her talk show, and it's on YouTube. So, if you can, check her out. I might want to check her out just to see, because her new talk show is supposed to be a mixture of discussions about political issues or other issues in the world, and about, just regular girl talk stuff. So it's kind of like the mixture of The View and The Real put together. Okay, the next scene is at the housewarming party, and all the guests are entering, and even Deborah. And Wendy looked at her like, "Okay, what's going on here? Like, you didn't tell me there was going to be entertainment here, or it's entertainment here." And obviously, Wendy doesn't really care for Deborah. I don't have any ill will against Deborah. It's just, what does she serve? As to be like Ashley's personal troublemaker sidekick. And it's there that Aneka arrives and Ashley introduces her to the group. And this is where Wendy corrects the ladies, like, her name is pronounced Aneka. And I think Karen seems to like her, Giselle seems to like her. So we'll see how it goes during this season of how she interacts with the ladies even more. Ashley asked if she could speak to Wendy alone. So they go into this room. And wait, I think I missed the part where Wendy tells us how she knows Aneka. And she says that she only saw Aneka in passing. Either she has no recollection of seeing her at a concert once and having a conversation with Aneka, or it's true that she just saw her in passing and that was it. So, and the scene with Ashley and Wendy tells Ashley, like, she's happy for her that she has her own house, and she recognizes that she does what she can with her boys, and that she wants to consider her a friend. Fine. And then Ashley goes on to tell her that Aneka seems to have mentioned that, or wondering if Wendy is an Osho. And like, she just goes over the talk she had with Aneka, and then Wendy says in her confessional, like, why would a fellow Nigerian talk about something like this? Like, as if to say, like, she should know better than to bring something like this up. And we don't even know if it's true or not. So, and then the producer asked Ashley, like, if this conversation with Aneka will look as if she's talking behind Wendy's back. I don't know, like, from what I've seen in the trailer, apparently Aneka and Wendy have some sort of, like, they just clash. So, and from the trailer, I think it's kind of weird that Aneka is bringing up all sorts of things about Wendy and her family, if she claims to only have spoken to her or seen her once and had a pleasant conversation with her. Like, you don't really know Wendy like that, and you said she seemed nice. Like, why are you doing this? But anyway, that's my recap for this episode. I honestly wasn't paying too much attention because I felt like there was too much going on, or like certain things just did not make sense. So this is my review.